All right, gents. I found this the last night. I was looking up something else, but I was looking up stuff on freedom. Okay. And I started thinking about the responsibility or the connection between freedom and responsibility. So this is what I screenshotted, but a lot of articles and a lot of schools of thought on responsibility and freedom come down to this statement that you're reading right now on the screen. Freedom without responsibility and duty to others is not freedom at all, but leads to only chaos and a further degradation of the community binding principles that hold us together as a civilized society. Now, I want you guys to keep this in mind as we speak on this stuff today, because I feel like this statement right here says a lot about the current state of modern day relationships and duty and responsibility to each other. So, with that being said, let's get started. What up, gents? Welcome to TSG Uncut. I'm your host, Sean C. I have another great show for you tonight. Let me cut this music off in the background. I have another great show for you guys tonight. Tonight, we're going to talk about modern women who divorce their husbands and they end up regretting it. Now, we're not going to just stay at that one part and topic, right? We're going to I've already showed you guys in multiple live streams the behaviors of modern women today. But I know that there's been a big topic of discussion out here on the internet, especially YouTube, where you see women going through divorce and end up regretting it. But I want us to learn from these situations. Not that I'm just, it's not about me making fun or mocking these women that are in these situations, but really is for us to really learn about it, because there's actually one central thing that we should all learn at the end of this. And I'll tell you more about it when we get to it. All right. So tonight, what you should expect is we're going to go through some clips. The first amount of clips I'm going to go through pretty quickly. The last clips, I'm going to jump around. I'm not going to watch the whole thing. We're not going to watch these whole clips because it's just too long to watch these clips, okay? So we're going to skip through a lot of these, but there's a bunch of key points that I want you to hear from the women who are speaking in these clips. We're also going to do shout outs. I'm going to read your comments. We're going to have comments of the day. This is where I take comments from you guys from the week and I read them out here. One in particular actually stood out to me. Well, they all stood out to me, but one in particular really kind of kept me going. It's those type of comments that keep me going. We're also going to have memes of the day. We have a question of the day, and then we're going to get up out of here, right? So tonight, we're going to talk about the truth about divorce, okay? And I came to this topic idea this evening for one reason. I was looking at Tyrese. I can't remember which video I was watching, but Tyrese was on it, and he was talking about his ex, Samantha Lee, and how now she's talking about people were in her ear. She wished she hadn't let people get in her ear before, and she regrets it. How many of you have been through or know someone that has gotten divorced that people were in the woman's ear? People were telling her things that actually may or may not have influenced her decision in getting a divorce. How many? Because I can tell you right now, I can pinpoint, if you want to make that type of statement, I can pinpoint in my last marriage about the point where things were it was the beginning of the end before I'd even knew it. And I'm not talking about like, oh, a couple months ago. I'm talking about like I can pinpoint when people were in my ex's ear and the dynamics of our relationship were starting to change at that point. I remember now. And especially after hearing Samantha Lee say that. All right. After Samantha Lee said that, I was like, I know exactly when it was for me. I know exactly when the beginning of the end was. How many women out there have people in their ear that don't have their best interest in mind? But that's why we're going to talk about it this evening. Now, before we go ahead and get started, I'm gonna jump ahead right now. We're gonna do more shout outs, more comments, but I want to get my initial people in here first, and we're gonna get right into the video. Okay. Shout out to CB. What's going on? He said, what up, TSG? CB, one of your comments actually is going to make the comments of the day tonight. So thank you very much. You might know the comment you made. Rando Ganja, he says, salute, Sean. Salute, brother. How you doing today? Thank you for being here this evening. Skyview Photography. Haha, I've been through that twice. Never again, my friend. Yep, I've been through it twice as well. And listen, for you guys that have been through it, you might say never going through it, whatever. There's still a lot that we can learn from it. And there's actually, y'all know me, I like to create narratives. And there's a narrative that I'm trying to link together. So I have these clips arranged such a way that I'm going to run through. I'm going to talk about these clips, but the beginning clips I'm going to run through so that, we get the meat of it out for people that are casually watching. For my gents, the ones that hang around, we're going to kind of delve into some of these deeper videos because I just want y'all to hear the little things that get said in those videos. All right? Where we at? I want to make sure I don't miss anything. Genuine in the house. He said, I am here, in and out. Thanks, bro. No. It's all good, man. I'm glad you're still here. It's all good. Skyview says, with my first wife for sure, but she was a 304 while I was deployed. The second was an attorney. I don't even have to tell you how that went. Oh my God. So I was, if you can see behind me, obviously, you know that I was in the Navy. I've been personally in charge of, in my 20-year career, over 2,000 sailors, right? So the thing about that is, with those 2,000 sailors, at the end, I had 200 people working for me, right? At any point in time. And I used to have to know everything about everybody that was in my division. And I had to be able to report that to the captain. So there were so many stories that I heard where, my dudes were telling me, yeah, my wife is leaving or this is going on. And I'm telling you, man, like the stories that I've heard even happened within my own division with women doing their dudes wrong and also, even with the dudes, my sailor doing wrong. Crazy, right? Craziness. So I get it. Still Saint, thank you for being here tonight. Posted up on the top rope, TSG. Yeah, that's right. Always, man. You got a comment from the comments of the day, too. Thank you for your service. Thank you for yours as well, man. I appreciate you. Thank you to all my veterans out there, man. I know you guys can relate. I know you guys can relate to how hard it is, how you can't get that time back, and people will never fully appreciate what you've had to go through, being away from your family, being away from what what you love, in order to give people the freedoms that they enjoy today. All right, I'm gonna take one more comment, and then we got to get right into it. Juju in the house, what up, my brother? How you doing? And she probably still friends with him. The ones that was in her ear. Misery loves company. Yep. In some cases, yes. But we're going to run right into the first video. Now, you guys have probably seen this video before. I actually did a video about this on the channel, but I want to use this as the opening clip to, kind of set things up for where we're trying to go this evening, right? Let me know if y'all can hear it. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear this.
Divorced before, my first marriage, we made all of the mistakes. Unfortunately, he passed away.
So why did you guys get a divorce?
Because I really wanted something different. It's very unfortunate because he was the most loving, kind person. I had all.
Let me stop right there. Okay. There's a reason why I put this clip first. Because she going to tell you all the tea. Okay. She giving you all the tea, gents. All right. So she wanted something different. Even though that this man was loving, kind, all of these different things. So it didn't matter. So I could hear women come to channels like this or hear stuff and like, what'd he do? Women are telling that dudes are being good dudes. And it doesn't matter. And that's what my point is. It don't matter if you're a good dude. Modern women today will find an excuse on why they left. Again, there's going to be a common theme running through all these videos, but I want you to hear this dude was kind, loving. Yes, they had issues. Every marriage has issues, even with a good dude in it, right? I don't care if there's a good woman in it. There's going to be some issues, okay? The point is, overall, how was he as a person? See, that don't get asked enough nowadays, all right? Y'all can hear it. Thank you guys very much. So it didn't matter if he was a good dude. So keep that in mind, gents. That's for you guys. It don't matter if you're a good guy or not. It don't matter no more. But we're gonna get there. We're gonna massage this one out, okay?
All the love and support that I could have ever wanted.
Oh, I had to stop it there. No, you didn't. I'm gonna have to go pinky on it. No, you didn't. Let me just back that up. I want her to say all of that in one straight line. I want you guys to hear this, okay?
He was the most loving, kind person. I had all the love and support that I could have ever wanted. But I think I went through a period wanting money. Like I wanted to be with someone and be at a different level. And I saw him work all of the time. It's
Let me put myself back up. Let me put myself on a half screen real quick. Gents, you can't make this up. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. Now, this man was loving, kindness, gentlest man. Yeah, he had some issues, but he had all of these good, endearing qualities. And she told on herself. She said, I was looking for money. That's how she started. And then she said, I was just looking for more. What does it sound like? Listen, ladies, you might have aught with men like me on here talking about these things. But you got to realize you guys are putting this out. Ladies, women in general are putting this out. This was stuff that women would never admit to back in the day. She was going for more, a lifestyle, money. And it didn't matter how good this man was to her. So before, some of these ladies on here, not my queens of TSG, okay? Not my ladies here. Most of y'all know what it's about. That's why y'all support the channel. But I'm saying modern women out there who make the argument about, well, he had to have done something. No, man. You can't tell me women are getting divorced at a 70, 80, 90% clip and then every dude was bad? No. So this woman tells you she sounds just like every other modern woman that we hear today. It's all about money. It's all about this hyper-capitalistic mindset that we have in this sick and depraved ass country. And you guys have fallen for it. Hook, line, and sinkers, ladies. You guys have fallen for it. This is the grand design. And I hate I don't even want to get conspiracy theory on y'all, but it's only going to get worse. This is by design. This is a divide and conquer strategy of the family unit for one purpose and one purpose only, and that is control. And if you can't see that and you want to go out there and live your lifestyle in hot girl summer, when Kevin Samuels said that winter is coming, he's not talking about just some regular winter. He's talking about an ice age. An ice age is going to come. And it may not be in my lifetime, but it's going to come. And I believe that what's happening today is going to be used to enslave each and every one of us. I'm just putting it out there. I hope I'm not alive for it. I really don't. I don't want to be around for it. Right? Wanted something different equals not done with the streets and desire a stranger in the sheets. Yeah, we're going to get back to the rest of this story. No doubt about it, Sean. That will be great. That how my comment of tonight will appear on the channel soon. Yeah, it's going to be on here tonight. It's going to be on here. Salute, chat. Shout out to XL Pro. Always sending me good clips. I can't use them all on the channel, but it does give me ideas. Thank you, XL Pro. Appreciate you. It drives me insane that women don't understand rich men don't have time to be booed up. Oh, that was my other point. Thank you. Thank you, Rando. The other point was she was saying that he's always working. So it doesn't matter if the dude is like, these women want a six-figure guy. And I've said this on the channel. And if you're a woman watching this, you don't understand this point, you're still part of the problem. You're part of the problem if you don't understand this. You do not make six figures in this country without sacrifice. And that sacrifice is your skill and your time. They don't give you six figures without taking your time away from you. Hell, man, I could be back in engineering right now. I could be doing engineering right now instead of being on here a YouTuber, okay? I could be making six figures back in engineering. Hell, I'd be making a lot of money right now. I'm almost coming on 6 years out of the military. I'd be making really good money right now. You know why I turned that profession down? Because the time. I just gave 20 years of my life to, I've missed so many holidays and I've missed so much time with my family and my friends. I just want my time back. So in order to reclaim some of my time, I got to give up some of that money. You got to understand, you don't make six figures. So when you complain that your husband ain't home because he working all the time, he working for you. You guys, ladies, want to shame men for not getting on your level and making all this money. Most guys are like, yo, I make enough for me. My bills are paid, right? I can play video games. I ain't got nobody nagging me. If I want to eat cereal every night in my drawers, I can, right? I go to the gym. I can hang out with my boys. We're going to get to that in a little bit. That was kind of in the last video I made the other day, right? The one that I made for men. But you got to understand, six-figure man, he's going to have to give up time. Time is the trade-off for that amount of money. But you all don't care, right? You all don't care. Skyview says this is because women only want a man after he wins the race. Yeah, they don't care about the struggles. Right. So when I hear women talk about, well, you know, men don't have to build themselves up. BS. Bull crap. No woman wants to date a man who don't have some stuff going on for him. In order for him to get that stuff going on for him, to have the looks, to have the money, he had to build himself up. Whereas you as a woman can walk into that scenario. Matter of fact, dare I say, modern women expect to be able to walk into that scenario. Your average guy, which is the majority of men, do not have situations they could just walk into like that. They don't. So men have to build their value. Women are born with it. All right. CB says, and I felt sorry for women that want to divorce their men as their husbands nowadays, especially in this modern Western culture age in the States today. We're going to talk about all of that tonight. So I'm not going to get too much further in your comment. Genuine says, man, forget these women, these modern women. I am concentrating on building my $1 million status for myself and my son. Good for you, man. And that's where I always talk about purpose on this channel, and there is a reason for it. Let's get back to this video. Sorry about I was on that rant for so long, but that is very powerful statement that this woman just made.
One thing to like work and work and work from like 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. at night, day in, day out, and still have no resources.
And still have no resources. See, this is what let me put what Skyview said on it. This is because women only want a man after he wins the race. They don't care about our struggles. Did you hear that last thing she just said? He was getting up 4 a.m., coming home at 10, and they were still struggling. It takes time. You know, it took me a while before I started making six figures in the military, right? When I was in the military, I made six figures out of the military as well. But again, I had to trade time, and then my health was affected by it. See what I'm saying? So there is a trade-off. There's a trade-off. But what she said was exactly what Skyview talked about, where they want to reap the rewards in the moment while you're killing yourself every day out there for them. Okay? That is, they don't give a damn. That was another comment that was made too earlier. They don't give a damn. Yeah, they don't care about our struggles. That's what the thing was. Let's get back to it.
And for me to work, do the same, and just want a different life. Here we are,
Lifestyle. That's all they care about, man. They are caught up in this hyper-capitalistic society, and the only thing that hyper-capitalism, I'm not saying capitalism is bad. I'm saying hyper-capitalism, which we're in now, right, only makes people think of self. There's no sense of duty to community. Hence the reason I had that first, if you were here in the very beginning, is why I had that statement about freedom and responsibility.
So, long story short, you wanted a different life and lifestyle than he was able to provide. And so you said, you know what, this, I'm out of here. I need more money.
I was selfish and took advantage of a real unfortunate situation, which was he loved me and David unconditionally.
She already had a son, y'all. So this dude, look, I know a lot of you guys like quick to be like, hey, leave single mothers alone, all this. And I totally get your point. I totally get it. Right? I totally get it. And I realize that for some women, it's hard being a single mother. Right? And so my goal isn't to bash single mothers with this channel. My goal, I do, however, condemn single mothers who are predatory. Okay? If you're a single mother and you're predatory, which some women can't help but do that, even before they became a single mom, then I have a problem. But I'm not going to bash single mothers because I grew up with one. Okay? I had a stepdad around. He didn't have to be there. He didn't have to do stuff for me. You know? Even I am a stepdad, right? And I could probably say that for the opportunity to be a part of their life, I do it all over again. I know it would suck. I know it was a lot I went through, but I wouldn't trade that for anything in the world. But I will say there was a lot of pain that came with it too. So I say that to say this woman had a kid. This man was a good man to her. This man loved her and her son unconditionally, dare I say. And all she could focus in on was the lifestyle. This is a problem with the modern woman today. I'm going to get to y'all comments. I know y'all got a lot to say about this stuff.
Completely unconditionally. And when you love someone like that, you really accept their flaws and you accept less than what you should.
You accept less than what you should. This man, this story, this is why I started off, and I'm sorry I'm staying on this so long, and I'm sorry I'm interrupting it, but there's a deep lesson to learn from this. This man loved this woman unconditionally, her and her son. So many dudes who become stepfathers, and the reason why men don't want to be stepfathers, aside from, hey, taking care of some other man's responsibility, quote unquote, another of the reason is when a man loses that, puts in everything, treats your kid like his own kid, and you take that away from him, you are a horrible person. You are one of the most terrible people in the world because you're thinking about yourself and not that kid and not the bond that that man is going to have with that kid and how that is going to affect the kid and that man for the rest of their lives. Okay? These selfish ass modern women today do not give a damn about their own kids. They don't.
So really, I should have been a better wife. Every time we saw each other, like, you knew that was your soulmate, right?
Wow, I mean, so he was your soulmate.
She's upset about her quote unquote soulmate, not because that was her soulmate when she decided to divorce him. That was her soulmate because this dude died. And she feels guilty about it. That dude is dead and gone now. And now she feeling some type of way because she knew she was wrong. See, she has the hindsight of being sorry now because he's dead, he's deceased. He is no longer with us. He is no longer in the land of the living. But she wasn't feeling that way when she was like, I need more.
It's hard because I knew how he still felt about me.
He just loved you.
He really did.
And you broke his heart.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, don't cry too.
Yeah, don't cry now. Probably that broken heart is what led him to his grave. Anyway, let's see what you guys got to say about this, man. Okay? Where we at? Give me a second, gents. I got to find out where I'm at. I read that. Yep, I read that. Got it right here. Another thing is she is going to give up is her man's attention. If he's a successful rich man, he is going to have his focus on maintaining his money and getting more, not her. Absolutely. Still Saint says she will also have to deal with his money creating options for him. True. Which will also take attention away from her. She will always be a side chick. Good point. Shout out to Pan Afro. Thank you for being here. She chooses granted entitlements over his resources. She chooses granted entitlements over his resources. Gender wall 1 and long game 0. Yeah, okay, great point. Modern women think about the now. They don't think about the future. They don't think about long-term in terms of long-term assets, long-term happiness, long-term family success. They're not thinking like that. They're playing checkers. And as y'all know, one of my favorite movies is Training Day. And one of the quotes, if you had my twin daughters here right now, they would tell you one of dad's biggest quotes is this shit is chess, not checkers. Okay? Got that from Training Day back in 2000. Okay? Because it is. You women are playing checkers and this shit is chess. So, as men, a real man thinks in terms of chess moves, not checker moves. So why are you all operating like this woman is right here, thinking about this lifestyle and your happiness, and you wonder why men are the way they are and why men are starting to get to the point where they're going MGTOW and passport bro and red pill and all these different colloquialisms, okay? Why are men going in this direction? Is because you guys have changed the market and now men are responding. And men that play chess are going to respond to the benefit of them. not you, right? And I wouldn't blame him. Where we at? That man probably worked himself to the grave trying to pay for her ready-made family. Yeah, I'm saying that he probably worked himself to the grave, and then when she divorced him, like, men die of broken hearts too. And I'm sure, like, listen, nothing hurt me worse than to not be with my family, man. That part is the thing that would make me not forgive my exes. The only reason I have forgiven both of my exes is because I had to move on. And I could only do that through forgiveness. But breaking up our family over stupidity, because the things that we're going to talk about tonight, it's almost unforgivable. Almost unforgivable. Where we are. Yep. 100. Yep. Single mother, not economy difficult. Building legacy is. Yeah. Give credit where credit is due. False narratives. There's a lot of false narratives out here, and we're going to talk about that tonight too. These modern day women won't change until they're in their 50s when it's too late and sad. We're going to talk about that tonight as well. Anyone except less, it was this man. He did. Only difficult to being single mother is accepting responsibility and consequences for bad choices. We're going to talk about that later as well. If I have to hear any more of that tone from that woman, I am going to throw something. Oh, you're talking about the other one? You broke his heart. I was pulling my hair out too, man. Shout out to my brother O at Speak Spanish Now. If you want to learn Spanish, this is the channel you need to go to. This is the channel you need to subscribe to. He said, muy buenas noches. Muy buenas noches, hermano. ¿Cómo va todo? How's it going on? Yeah, man, brother, I am good. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. My sister was married multiple times, divorced a good brother who was solid. Yeah, it's sad to see this, man. Shout out to Speak Spanish Now. Again, go subscribe to my brother O's channel. CB says, and I have a female cousin that lives in Las Vegas currently, and I found out that her and her husband of 21 years have already gotten in a divorce since 6 years ago because of her own way of thinking. Oh, she out here, huh? She out here in Vegas, huh? Not surprising. This is not the best place to have relationships. I'll tell you that for one. Let me put myself back up on the screen so I can get the next video. I said I was going to run through these a little quick, but I wanted to highlight these first initial points. Uh-oh. I messed everything up. Now, this one I'm going to let play. I did a video on this too. This is actually one of my better videos on the channel in terms of views, but I was one of the first to do this video when it came out a long time ago. Damn, this feels like it was almost like a year ago. Okay, but I'm going to put it up. We're not going to let it all the way play because you guys have probably seen this. I just want to get this point out. Okay, so bear with me.
My husband. Why did I divorce my husband? I divorced my husband because I was making a certain amount of money. I divorced my husband because I thought I didn't need him anymore. I divorced my husband because I had this senior position at work and thought I held the same position at home. I divorced my husband because I thought I was better than him because I had my degree now.
See, that's what Kevin Samuels talked about. While ladies want to be mad at him, this is what he talked about. Women get these degrees, and the statistics say that women that get divorced that have degrees, they get divorced at a 90% clip. They initiate divorce 90% of the time. A woman with a degree, because they think just like this woman.
I divorced my husband because I thought a successful marriage meant I was here and he was down here. That is not success. That's fucking sickness. I found myself divorced and out there looking for love in all the wrong places.
What happened?
Fucking this one and that one and that one and that one and this one and that one.
You was getting them cheeks clapped?
And my body count going up and my value going down.
Right, because soon as we know that you was for the streets, we might keep you around, but you're only around for one reason. You're only around because, hey, you might just be a fun time. But no man is going to take you seriously once he knows that you just out there for the streets. You know, once he know your value is zilch to him, he was not going to, only a simp will make you a wife after that point.
I'm just going to call it like a TI is. All the while, my husband done found somebody else building a relationship and building a life with them. I should have stayed married to my husband. I felt like I was on this dark road with no street lights, pitch dark, and I couldn't find my way and didn't know which way to go. I felt lost. I felt like I was walking barefoot on that dark road with pebbles and hot rocks sticking my foot. I felt hurt. I felt alone because every time he and that one and this one and that one left my bed, I was alone all by myself. Yeah. And which was supposed to be soft and comfortable for me, my pillow, it was now filled with tears. I should not have left my husband.
Oh, that was the point. Yeah, okay. Let me put myself back up on screen. Again, I just wanted to play that. You guys have heard that before, right? But I just thought that was a very important video for us to discuss or for to have on here just to prove a point, right? Modern women have gone to the point where it's not there's no rhyme or reason why women will leave good men, hardworking men that you chose to get married to, which I'm going to make that point here tonight, okay? Just letting the videos kind of play a little bit. To leave a good man who has your best interest at heart because of material possessions, shit that don't last. Listen, man, my family has been through Hurricane Katrina. I've survived fires, right? I have lost things in divorce. I've had to start over so many times in my life. I can honestly tell anybody, man or woman, who is watching me under the sound of my voice, that none of the shit you own matters. When I moved to Mexico last year and I had to downsize my 2-bedroom condo, right? When I had to downsize it, when I was throwing stuff out, I realized how much crap that we just have, how much stuff that we hoard that we don't need, right? Where I was living out of a couple suitcases. Your life changes when you simplify it to things that the things you just need. But everybody's in this hyper-capitalistic mindset. Is everything about what you have. It's about this lifestyle. And you can't get out of it. You're hooked into the matrix. You are a part of the system. You are the reason that society is degrading. And you're going to also be the reason that society becomes enslaved. Ooh, y'all ain't ready for that talk yet. I might have to start a second channel to talk that deep about stuff. Next one. You guys might have heard this one, but this is crazy.
Why got divorced?
My husband got sick with cancer, and that changed him, and it changed the dynamics of our marriage.
She left her husband. So she talked about the husband and what he was doing before, and he said, why did you leave him? Because he had cancer. And he had cancer. Anyway, I'll let Kevin say it.
There was nothing that I did not do.
Hold on. Did he have chemo or radiation?
He had a form of chemo, which is called BCG. It's an injection.
I know.
I
know what cancer is. I'm a cancer survivor.
Okay.
Is he in remission?
Yes, he is.
And who filed for divorce?
I did.
Why?
Emotionally, as a partner and a spouse, I was emotionally neglected. And financially, funds began to be withheld from me that would have normally never been an issue.
God almighty. Okay. He was being injected with poison. He was going through quite a bit. So you know what? He's allowed to go through some. Was he on prednisone also?
No.
Okay. Was he on any kind of steroid?
No, he refused.
But he's still injected in poison. Do you have to work? Did you have to work when you were married?
No, but I
chose.
No,
you didn't have to. No. You chose, but you didn't pay no real bills. You didn't have no skills. Knock it off. He was the money. He was the money. See, he actually saved you from yourself. And then when he got sick, are you a Christian?
No.
Where'd you get married?
We got married at the courthouse.
And what vows did you use?
Sickness and in health. So death
You
goes
mean
by the general vows. The general vows.
From the Bible.
If that's where they get them from, then yeah.
Well, you know where they get them from. You're a married woman, and you said them. And then when you got sick, you bailed.
The GOAT. That's why he's the GOAT.
No, I did not. But I hear what you're saying.
No, you did. You just don't want to hear it that way.
Okay. You guys have seen that one before, right? You guys have to have seen that one before. But I want you, the only thing that I want to bring up about that video is you see how marriage means nothing to these women. As soon as you're not doing what they want you to do, they bail. They are not women that are wives, because a wife would have been there for a husband. The cancer's in remission. And that wasn't enough because funds were being withheld. You know how expensive it is to go through everything that man was going through, being injected with that poison in your body and not being able to work? Like, I mean, really, how selfish do you have to be? And any ladies watching, this is y'all out there. Y'all the ones putting this on video. I had some woman say, you ought to be ashamed of yourself making women look bad. I'm like, I ain't got to make women look bad. You guys are the ones putting this on the internet. You guys are telling on yourself. She volunteered in that last clip. Oh, our vows were sickness and health. And you just finished saying that your husband was sick with cancer and you divorced him? See, y'all telling on yourself. Excuse us men if we don't want to be a part of your BS, a part of your selfishness, a part of your delusion. The videos I'm going to show you, I got to get through the next 3-ish videos, and then we're going to do a deep dive into these women, what they're saying. Because they ain't being straight with us, and they ain't being straight with themselves. Where we at? How is she describing herself as a victim if she left him? Right? And that's what the first video of today kind of reminded me of. My cousin, by the way, of her now living a new life with a new and different man that is from Vegas and has a 4-year-old daughter by him now. Oh my God, man. You can't make it up because that's just the stories that we see nowadays, okay? They wait until the house has burnt down to have an epiphany. Absolutely. But they're not married together yet. Yeah, so she left the husband to go with a side dude to be a baby mama. Come on, man. Yeah, right? Or she was mad because he got sick and she could not dig in his pockets. Facts. They out. Covenant breaking harlots. Man, listen, I'm not religious. I would say I'm spiritual, but I know my word. And I don't want to get too deep into the religious aspect of it because that's not what this channel is about. But I did put a clip that's going to be later on where this woman is talking about her values, but the values don't line up for what she's talking about. You got, like, some of these women out here are walking contradictions wrapped in an enigma. Don't I say that all the time? I say that all the time. Single mothers experience resentment and regret. The widowed mother remains happy, a fulfilled parent. Failing family is a choice, not gender specific, but prone. I get what you're saying. Yeah. My ex-wife and family told me straight up, marriage don't mean crap. No, women say that nowadays. They will tell you that. They'll be the ones to tell you. Let's get to the next video clip. Now, this woman here is going to talk about the top reasons that women file for divorce, in her opinion.
So one of the top reasons that women resent their husbands and file for divorce.
Oh, resent their husbands. I'm sorry, you guys.
Is because she gets up and someone needs something. She goes to work and someone needs something from her. She gets home and there's someone who needs something from her. And if she's a mom, baths have to be done, homework needs to be done, lunches need to be made, something has to be prepared for dinner. The kitchen needs to be cleaned, the toys need to be picked up. And let's be real, the laundry and dishes never end. And she feels like her husband isn't helping. She's exhausted, she's overwhelmed, and she feels alone. She's afraid to ask for help because he's dismissed her feelings so many times before. So what's the point? By the time her spouse realizes, it's too late.
Okay. Now I played that one because you see how all this, you see how the way that she was giving us women's perspective on why they leave. But if you listen very closely to the way that this woman spoke about it, right? If you really listen to what she was saying, are there some men that expect their woman to do everything and they do nothing? Absolutely. But I will tell you that we live in a time in history where men do more around the house and more in terms of domestic duties than ever before. Ever. The men that I knew back in the day, like them old school cats, they weren't doing that kind of stuff. They did, they fixed the stuff around the house. They worked on the car, right? But them dudes were out working every day. And some of the same complaints that this woman have about women being tired from all the stuff and the responsibility they have to do, when a man is gone, what did that first woman say? She said her husband was gone 4 a.m., didn't get home till 10. I really want y'all to think about that, okay? That is literally an 18-hour day, right? This dude has been gone for 18 hours. Do y'all women really think, or should I say, do y'all women really even give a damn? The fact, y'all think we like being at work for 18 hours? Y'all think we like being at work for 18 damn hours? Now, I've told you guys many times on this channel that in my time, one of the projects that we were working on, right, that me and my boss was heading, he had the day shift and I had the night shift. I was putting in anywhere from 14 to 18 hours a day for like 20 something days straight. And this ain't the only time in my career that I've done that. We've had many project times where, you go almost a month straight with no days off, exhausted, tired. But as men, we rarely come home and complain about it. Now, we sit on our couch, might want to crack a cold one, watch a game, play a video game, right? We just need something. And you guys are nagging us about some trivial shit because first you complained that you couldn't work. And then when you had the ability to work, right? If you did a certain level above your man, you complained he wasn't doing enough. Okay. And then when you single without a husband and you work, now you got women on the internet complaining about, oh, well, it's hard out here. Come on, save me, daddy. I can't be working like this. Because y'all know how damn hard it is being out here in this world working. So you become a housewife and that ain't good enough. Or you work and that ain't good enough. Your dude could be like the first dude where he loves, adores, cherishes. I bet you that dude was doing stuff around the house, taking her son to go do stuff, doing stuff. And it's never enough. Do you get what I'm saying? Any ladies listening? It's never enough with you guys. You just take and take and take. And you think what you're doing for us is enough. But really, it just creates stress on us. Because as a real man, you want to go out and make sure your woman is good. And no matter how much I'm busting my ass and I can't complain about it, it's never enough. And I'm going to prove that point even further when we listen to the rest of these videos. Newsflash, lady, women ain't supposed to be at work. Y'all chose this. Boom. That's another point. You guys chose this. Men were going to work for 30 or 20, 30, 40, 50 years every day to make sure women were taken care of. And you guys collectively chose y'all want to be up in here too. Okay, you here. And then you complain that well, a man should be able to take care of women, pay all these bills and make me a housewife. But then you're not helping the house. You're basically draining it. You guys are leeches. We're going to talk about that tonight too. Where we at? Nah. As a single mother, she would have had to do all that by herself without a man to pay for her and her kids. So she gets on social media to whine about an easy job. Still saint. We're going to talk about all this tonight, okay? Her top reasons for divorce: narcissistic entitlement, gluttonous greed, and short attention span. And that really right there sums up. It sums up a lot of what we're going to hear tonight. But I want to jump the gun on that. I ain't never in my life met a woman who will do a 10+ hour day for 6 days a week and being unable to call out. Yes, that is the other thing. When we was in the military, right? The few times I got a chance to work with women, women found more excuses to get time off. Us men, we couldn't get the same time off that the women did. And it's understandable for some of those cases why they needed it. Or, I hear from the people that were in the service fleet, because I was on submarines, right? But I hear from people in the service fleet how like they'll have jobs to do, and then they can't, they don't have the requisite amount of people because the women don't want to do the job. You see what I'm saying? You got women out here complaining that men aren't making enough and they ain't out there doing enough. But the truth of the matter is, men still make more than women, and men are doing the jobs that women don't want to do. Men are still doing all of the jobs that women think are beneath them, but those jobs just so happen to be in the fields that pay the most money. I worked with some women, and it was in engineering. And listen, I've worked with some capable women. But the reason why it is a male-dominated industry is because women don't want to do that work. Women don't want to get into that engineering field. Some do, but usually they're prior military. Listen, there was also a statistic. Most women don't work past 45 hours a week. Men go out there, will work 50, 60 hours a week. Most women do not work over 45 hours a week. You can look it up. Okay? Most women do not like working overtime. A physical labor job, that is, yeah. If she was telling the truth, she have said the reason is selfishness, and she gets the idea that she is better than him. Yeah. Yeah, I get what you were saying earlier, Sean, about my female cousin. Yeah, man, because I've seen it. There ain't nothing I ain't seen, bro. It don't even shock me no more, bro. I've seen the selfishness of women, right? Even if you want to go to some of the women in my family, I've seen the selfishness play itself out. It's not cool. All right, let's get to the next clip. Where we at on time? Goddamn, we got to move. Got to move a little faster. All right, this man in this next clip is going to tell us why men aren't getting married. I know I'm preaching to the choir, but I'm putting this out there because other people watch this other than us in here now. So I'm not going to interject on this. I'm going to let it play out. And also, this is the things that I talked about in my last video if you haven't watched it.
Why aren't men getting married?
Well, the bottom line is it's a raw deal.
Hell yeah, it is.
For men, it's a really raw deal. The benefits are heavily outweighed by the dangers and the risks. If you're a man and you divorce, the outcome usually favors women massively. You can end up losing your home, half of your pension, half of your wealth. You can end up not seeing your children. And studies have shown that men are more adversely mentally affected by divorce than women. So, and there's also a lot less support network.
Okay, he was about to say some other stuff, but if I can glean what he's about to say, because we know this to be a fact, when men and women get divorced, women usually has more resources available to them to get back on their feet, whether it be through the court system, whether it be a family structure, right? The reason why you have so many men that are homeless in this country, it's not for a lack of trying, it's because nobody wants to put up a grown-ass man. Now, people will put up a grown-ass man, but after a certain amount of time, they're going to look at him and say, you a man. What are you doing? Nobody feels sorry for a man. But for a woman, especially if she has a child, people will take in a woman with a child if she has family and friends, okay? But a man with necessarily friends, they only going to put up with him being around because there's an expectation in everybody's head that you a man. You need to be up out there. But if we're talking about a 2023 that is supposed to be based in equality, then y'all would be putting out some of these women too. But that's not happening. That's not what we see. And divorce affects us more than people know. Y'all want to talk about our Control-Alt-Delete rates? It's because nobody gives a damn. People will check on women, you know, like the only people check on me is my peeps, okay? I rarely have my female friends call and check up on me. Rarely. And then when I do talk to them, it's what they're going through. You know what I mean? It's, you guys, look, some of you guys know what I'm talking about. Your female friends will call when they want to do something. Hey, what are you doing? You doing this? Rarely do they call and just be like, you know what? How you doing? I ain't heard from you. It was in my spirit to call and check up on you. I know you was going through this last time. Let me holler at you. And then you really can't share nothing with them because they just use it. They just look at you like you're a man. You know what I mean? Like you can't show no weakness. This is the reality that men have to deal with. In one hand, you say men need to open up. And then some of us brave souls like Tyrese then bared his soul to the whole internet and y'all dragged him. And I'm not saying that like, I can see men dragging Tyrese, but women was dragging Tyrese, man. Women were laughing just as hard as some of the dudes was. And that make dudes not want to open up. Because you take our kindness for weakness. So guess what? Most men got to bottle it up. But when you as a woman, you hurting, you going through it, everybody got to stop what they doing. And they got to listen to your story. And they got to cry with you. And they got to feel sorry for you. That don't happen for men. Okay? Now this is going to be the only, I think one of the only women that are really going to talk about this in terms of accountability. I'll get to your comments in a moment. Actually, let me put myself back up on the screen. I'm going to catch a couple more of these comments before we... On point, bro. Can't win. No, we can't. Pan Afro says, very first lesson, a life lesson I discovered about women, even before passing puberty, was the women will make my labor more difficult. From a boy to a man, women complicate matters labor. We get the Rev X treatment over here. Yeah, we get the short end of the stick, man. Nobody feels sorry for a man. They don't.
All of my friends who prioritized having kids in their 20s are all now single moms at 40 and divorced. I got so many of these comments on my last video, so I'm going to touch on it now. Disregarding exceptional reasons such as real abuse, the fact is 80% of women are the ones ending marriages, 90% if they have a degree.
Now, let me say this. I said this earlier. I'm going to reiterate this point. Women will be quick to throw the blame on why a marriage fails on a man. Okay? Quick to blame that. But you cannot tell me out of the 80% of women that are initiating divorce, you telling me 100% of the men are the problem? And we know that's false because we just heard it in the opening clip. We heard it in the Kevin Samuels clip. The dude had cancer. That was not his fault. But the woman didn't fall on her. So you spare me that 100% of the men are bad when 80 or 90% of women are initiating divorces. The problem is women don't want to take accountability for they don't want to feel like they've done anything wrong. And that's the reason why every woman, the majority of women, when they go through a divorce, they put the blame on the dude. But let's continue.
Now, I've known about this statistic way before Jordan Peterson started popping off, and unfortunately, it was due to my own research because I saw how many of my female friends were leaving their husbands. I'm very tired of this victim mentality that has manifested within the female realm. It is hard for me to have empathy for single divorced moms when 90% of the time they are at fault for it. It is completely self-inflicted. I'm also coming from a place of self-critique because, believe it or not, just like every woman in America, I have succumbed to some of those thoughts. But we listen to social media and mass media, and we tell ourselves that there's someone else there that's going to treat us even better, and we neglect the other party, which is our husbands, and then all the children that are involved as well. Oh, but let's not forget.
Ooh, wait, I stopped it there. See, it ain't just about how they treat us at the end of these relationships. They don't even give a damn about the kids, because they will get out of a relationship with a good man, and then the first thing that they're thinking about is, who can I get into the next relationship with? Or they'll stay single for a while, and then they just ride in the carousel, right? They just ride in the hot dog carousel. Whose fault is that? Yo confused ass. But we're going to get there. We're going to get there.
Forget the vows you took. You cannot discredit my theory of
vows. You have to have shame for vows to work, okay? You have to feel dedicated to something for vows to work. There's no such thing as vows anymore.
Prioritizing a family first and then working on a career, all because you have women that fall in that 90% category that left their husbands. Now just wait for this comment section to blow up on all the women that tell me they are the exception, that 90% are leaving because the men are so terrible.
Did I not just say that earlier? Did I not say that? Listen, I'm going to put up something on the screen that I had at the beginning of this live stream, okay? I had it in the beginning to open this up, but I'm going to bring it up now, because it is perfectly going to encapsulate women will say that men are the problem, that they need to have their freedom and this, that, and the third. Okay? This is what I started the live stream off with, if you weren't here for it. Freedom without responsibility and duty to others is not freedom at all. Now, hold on, I'm going to keep reading it. But leads to only chaos and a further degradation of community binding principles that hold us together as a civilized society. This opinion piece that's written here, now I looked and searched and read many articles about this in many types of medium, talking about the relationship between freedom and responsibility. Now, women have more freedom than they've ever had in their life. But the difference is they don't have responsibility, nor are they accountable for their actions. And again, if you read this, every article I read basically made the same correlation between freedom and responsibility, is that if they're apart from each other, without freedom, without responsibility, and I would dare say accountability to others, is not freedom at all, but only leads to chaos and degradation of community binding principles that hold us together as a civilized society. This was not written about women. This was just written about freedom and responsibility. The person that wrote this was not writing this about modern women. They were writing it about freedom. Now, let me prove this as a point to you guys, okay? Real quick point. Let me prove this. Now imagine me and the other people in this chat or maybe watching that have served our country. Imagine that if we were trying to fight for your freedom and we didn't feel the responsibility or duty to others. Imagine that. It would mean that our military would be in utter chaos and we wouldn't be respected. And some other country would want to come take our lunch. Do you see what I mean? If I didn't have a sense of duty to you who were watching while you were in your bed, while you were having hot girl summer, and I'm under the water for months at a time, away from my family, if I and the people, my brothers and sisters that served, if we didn't have this responsibility and duty to your freedom, then chaos would ensue. We wouldn't be able to operate as an organization. We wouldn't be a deterrent. Right now, in the Mediterranean Sea, there are the Navy is out there, the carrier, the newest carrier, and the whole strike group with it is out there right now as a deterrent. A deterrent to scare those who would think to do harm. If they didn't feel that we were a threat, you wouldn't have your freedom right now today. You wouldn't be able to have hot girl summer. You wouldn't be able to divorce men at a 70 or 90% clip. You wouldn't have these freedoms. And yet and still, you still get women that come out here and complain. And I know you guys have seen in the past couple of weeks, they're talking about WW3 and potentially opening up the draft for women, and women are here posting that I don't want to go to war. I don't want to fight for my country. Look what y'all done, ladies. This freedom that y'all wanted is going to get us drafted in this military. But yeah, y'all want us to die for y'all. You want us to have a sense of duty for you, but you won't have a sense of duty for us the exact same way. You see how stupid this argument sounds? See how ridiculous y'all sound? And you worried about a goddamn lifestyle? You worried about keeping up with the Joneses or the basketball housewives or the real housewives of whatever city? You sound selfish and you sound stupid. Accountability. It's a man's world. Women have choices, but men have consequences. Yeah. Oh, responsibilities like creating and maintaining a family unit? No, women don't even want to do that anymore. There's no duty or responsibility to family anymore. TSG, hearing you talk about sense of duty is exactly what makes a cheating wife to a serviceman that much more heinous. Still saying, I almost had a video that I put in this in my clips about. There was a video, and you guys may have seen it. It's the woman who's throwing a party. She had her white wedding dress on. She was having a divorce party from her serviceman because he wasn't home enough and giving her the lifestyle she wanted. So she's divorcing the dude, rips off the white dress and gets out in a red dress, which perfectly symbolizes what's going on in society today. Women come to you with that white dress on, knowing they're wearing red lingerie underneath. Freedom ain't free, ladies. No. Freedom is never free. Never free. People tell me, they say, Sean, man, you got this life where you don't have to work for nobody. You chilling, you know what I mean? You get to do what you do. It must be nice. And then I just stare at them like that. Because by telling me that, you've just discounted all the bullshit I went through for 20 years. How I almost didn't make it. How my body has been broken down because of the depression that I suffered through going through all that stuff. You've discounted everything that I've accomplished in my life by telling me I got it easy. You discounted all of the birthdays. I've missed every day of the goddamn year multiple times over out at sea. I've gone months without seeing the sun to ensure your freedom, to make sure my family has. Freedom is not free. A lot of you guys don't know, but I got a bunch of ailments, man. I'm still waiting to get these damn doctor's appointments done. Yeah, I work out and keep myself in shape because if I didn't, I would freaking lose it. It's just a part of who I am now. There was a trade-off for my current freedom. Freedom is not free, gents. Opening the draft for women is an automatic L. They don't even want to work a 9 to 5 without 100 days off per year. They will all get pregnant to prevent it. Yeah. There was women that, yeah, you know about it, still saying. There was the women that would be in the military and they would literally find a way, find something to try to get out of service or get out of duty. Actually, they didn't want to get out of duty. They just didn't want to work that hard. They want to keep getting their paychecks, right? Because the military, you get great benefits, right? You get to go see the doctor. You get a paycheck, right? If you're on base, you got some hots in the cot. It's all good. They just didn't want to do the work. And that's not all the women in the military. There's some hardworking women in there. Not taking away from those women that are. I respect each and every one of you guys. But there was malingerers. That's what they used to be, malingerers. They didn't want to do it. I'm at 80% with the VA. I am still working on that last 20%. Keep pushing forward, brother. Yeah, man, hit me up on my Instagram, TSG_uncut. I gotta find. I hope I still have it. I screenshotted something somebody gave me, but there's an organization to help you get to 100. I'm currently at 90%, and that just that 10% would be life changing in terms of helping, in terms of money and helping out. Okay. So this organization, another person gave it to me, say that they help people get to 100%. So hit me up. Okay. And shout outs again to my military, my brothers and sisters in the military, man, that know how hard it is and what it really is about, man. Because what they tell you is what you don't get back. Like there's parts of my health that I'll never get back, man. And I got to live with that. All right, let's get to the next clip. Where are we at? Okay. All right. Now, this is a longer clip. My intention now, where we're at right now, isn't to play these full clips. I just want to hit a couple points on each of these videos. If not, we'd be here all night, okay? Because these are some long-ass clips. That ain't the point. The point is there's just certain snippets I want you to hear because this is going to go into the deeper point that I'm making about these women who divorced their husbands and regret it later. A lot of these videos, and shout out to the TikTok channel, Raisin Blasians, okay? Raisin Blasians, like Black and Asian, right? A lot of these women divorce, regretted clips, they've actually cornered the market on TikTok. It's probably one of the smartest strategies I didn't see. You flood a certain market with your videos, and then eventually you get seen and you get noticed. So please go check them out. Excellent content on there. I mean, they just reposting these videos, but it's still good. Still good. All right. So this next woman is going to talk about her plight. There's a couple points I want y'all to get from this. Now, she divorced her husband. Check this out.
Hi, remember me? I know I've been kind of MIA lately. A video like I've never done before.
Okay, she's going to talk
while this is a good one for you. If you haven't, you feel free to just scroll by. But for a while, know that I was I went through a divorce, and I was staying with a friend because I didn't have a place to stay. And that was 4 months ago that I've been staying there, and I no longer have a place to stay, and I've been looking for a while. Some of you know, and some of you don't, that I have a lot of medical issues. I've had 33 surgeries, so I desperately need to keep my insurance. Anyways, yeah, I'm not asking for money. I'm not one of those people. I don't ask for help. If anyone has advice or guidance on what you do in this situation.
Okay, that was the first point I want to stop on that, okay? She's like, she said, I'm not asking y'all for money or help. She just said, what do you do in this situation? And in that 4 months, and listen, I don't know this woman's medical history, so that might have something to do with why, her predicament. But here's the thing. Imagine if this is a man. Now, she went through what men go through. They wind up staying with friends after a divorce. And then at some point, the friends are like, look, you got to go. It don't matter how much you cook or clean. Nobody likes seeing a man just sitting up on them. And they eventually say, hey, man, what you doing? Because I think it's about time you move on. This is a real thing that happens to men, and it's happening to this woman. So the advice, she says, what do you do in this scenario? If you were a man, let me know in the chat. Let me see what y'all, let's just say you got kicked out of your house. Gents, I want to hear from you guys because I believe the answer is going to be what I'm thinking right now. Okay. You got kicked out of your house because of divorce. You were living with friends. You only stayed there 4 months. What should you have been doing in that 4 months so your ass ain't homeless at the end of that 4 months? What is expected of you as a man to have done once you got out of that house? Okay, Still Saint says she probably has a GoFundMe already. I agree, but I'm not talking about her right now. As a man, for you to get out the situation where you kicked out of somebody's house, what do you need to have in place for you not to be in her situation in her car right now? Living at work. Well, Still Saint, you hit it and you didn't even realize you hit it. You said living at work. Yeah, okay. So here's the thing. This woman didn't bring up a damn thing about having a job or working. Right. There you go. There you go. You need a job. So when a man, they get kicked, I'm not saying some men don't just lay up on people and stuff, but I'm saying your average dude is like, yo, I got to work. And hell, if you paying out money towards child support and alimony and all these different things, then sometimes as a man, you got to go get a second job or you got to take all the overtime you could take. This is what average men have to go through when they get kicked out during a divorce because they get ran through the cleaners. So man got to, just to survive, you got to get a job. So she was staying. This is what women do though. When y'all get kicked out or when y'all leave the house, some of you all, you sit there and you have this pity party for months on end instead of going to work, instead of getting your ass out there working. This is how dudes become homeless. Dudes become homeless when they just can't find a job. Anybody, right? A van, RV, or a trailer, something. Next steps for men, plan, work, save. Right. Thank you. You guys already answered it. You already answered it. And that last one was the next thing. Let's say you get kicked out of your house. Happened to me. 2 of the times that I've been homeless 3 times in my life. 2 of the times I was homeless was after separation, going through a divorce. And I had a job. And hell, just to make ends meet, I had to almost go get I had to get another job. I didn't have to, but to get to where I need to be, I started working Lyft on the side. Okay. Till I got back on my feet. See, we have to think about these things. Modern women today don't think about it because the court takes care of them. Hell, the woman could be working, making as much as the man, and the court will make the man pay the woman for some reason. Like, yo, we make the same amount. How the hell am I paying? On a 50-50 split. Everything works in women's favor nowadays. All right. I think she said the part I need to hear, but let me just make sure.
Because I'm literally homeless at this moment. Yeah, I'm looking in different cities, states. Yeah, I've always used humor to get me through stuff. Because like some of...
All right, she's going to talk a bunch of bull there.
My budget.
Hold up, let me see what she said there about budget.
To figure out how to make it through this. And my budget is low is the problem. And I'm trying to figure out how to increase my budget.
Get a job. What would we tell a man in this situation? I'm gonna have screen during the rest of this. What would we tell a man in these situations? Imagine a man said any of this stuff. We would tell him, you need to get a job. Even Kevin Samuel said, man, if you ain't doing enough or making enough, then you need to do whatever it takes. Work as many hours. Do whatever you take. This is what Kevin Samuel said. The same man that women shamed was the same man that also spoke up against men not being men. Now you can say, well, that's what a man is supposed to do. But you see how it always comes back to putting men back in these gender roles? Isn't it women right now fighting against all these things? See, it's okay when it benefits you, but if it has to do with a man, oh, that's what a man's supposed to do. What you all prove when you say these things is just say it. Gents, I'm going to say it for y'all. What y'all really are saying is we don't give a shit about men. Men are disposable and men work at our pleasure. That's what you're saying. If you feel that way, say it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Say it. Say it with your chest back, Blue. Because that's what I hear. But if we're really supposed to be in this equal society, this equality-driven society, then you shouldn't feel any more sorry for her than you would a man that's out on the street. But we know that's not true. I'm going to fast forward. I think she says something in this next part too. So this is fast forward.
And you see one and you're like, you try to picture your life in there.
Oh, she's talking about she went to go check out some apartments and she was talking about picturing herself, her new life in whatever apartment. All right, we all do that, right? You see a place, see apartment complex, you're like, all right, it's time to move on. All right, let's go.
And you think this is really, really terrible, but maybe I can make it work. I just did that. I thought, maybe I can make this work. And I go outside of it and there's
God damn it. Just say what you gotta say.
There's someone who works there. And I asked her, I was like, can you please just tell me honestly how safe this place is? Because it's definitely in a bad area. And she looked at me and kind of looked around and she said, honey, you're too pretty to live here. You'll get hurt.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Stay in there with me.
Problem is I can't afford the places I won't get hurt.
Oh. Boom. That's it. That's what I had to show y'all with that. She could say some other stuff, but I told y'all we're not going to stay on each of these videos too long. I'm going to set up the next clip. Now, let me tell y'all something. I'm going to get to your comments here in a second so we can get through some of these comments. But when women tell you, women are doing better in terms of college enrollment and stuff like that, but women don't also talk about all the debt they have from college. Women don't talk about all of the debt that they put themselves on. Matter of fact, when you listen to the real statistics, most people are living off of credit cards. They are. Okay? The statistics still say that men make, on average, make more than women. Women are doing better, absolutely. And power to women that are doing well. I ain't got a problem with it. I actually had a talk with one of my subs who I talked to on Instagram. And what did we talk about? Damn it, I just forgot. I had a train of thought and I lost my train of thought. The point is, I was talking to one of my subs and we were talking about nobody's mad or bitter at women. I'm not. I don't even give a damn. Do what you do. Oh, I was talking about how since my car accident coming up on 9 years ago, okay, the 9th anniversary of my car accident that changed my life, I tend to date professional women, women that have careers or jobs. Not just a job, but like career-oriented women. Because earlier on, I only dated broke-ass women. And that was cool for a minute. And I know a man will take a woman up from McDonald's and bring her up. But, man, I kept seeing the same patterns. The same patterns with those low-level ass women. So, yeah, give me a professional woman. And I worked as a professional as well. So usually I can relate to them and they can relate to me. That's why I talk to them. But these broke ass women, man, you're a means to an end to a broke ass woman. That's the truth. Men must prioritize. Absolutely. I was homeless at 23, took my behind down to the recruiter. So me and my mom had a falling out a little bit after I graduated high school when I was 18. And on my 19th birthday, a year later, I was in the military. And I said I would never go into the man's military. But as we say, there's this old saying, hard times make a monkey eat red pepper. Okay. It's a Southern saying. Okay. Hard times make a monkey eat red pepper. Means that sometimes you got to do what you don't want to do to get to where you got to be. I went homeless after the attorney divorced me. I lost everything. Yeah. Men tend to go homeless after divorce. If you're a woman watching this, if you didn't know that, yeah, men tend to go homeless. And usually women don't give a damn. You're a man, you'll figure it out. Nobody gives a shit. Now I own a photography company. Good for you, man. I get my money from the VA, invest, and work a W-2 job part-time. You got to push through it. Right. As men, we understand that. Thank you, Skyview, man. I'm happy for you, bro. You're doing what you got to do. I'm happy for you. We got to do what we got to do. Ain't nobody feeling sorry for us, man. Nobody gives a crap. All right. Now, again, sorry for the way I'm playing these videos, but I got to skip through them to get to the points we need to talk about. Because I am getting to a point here.
I am honestly really sad right now, if you can tell. That's like the weirdest thing about grief is like, didn't cry for 2 days, grief. Was good for 2 days, and now I'm by myself, and it's just like the hurricane, like it's here again, you know?
Let me stop it here. This was one point that I wanted to make. One point is that you do have these women come on here and they're like, I'm good and I'm all right. But this is the reality for a lot of women. A lot of women will dish you in public and diss men and only talk to Pookie, Ray Ray, Chad, and Tyrone and tell you how good their life is and post selfies and pics on Instagram and Facebook, trying to show everybody how well they're doing. But they're just like this woman at home crying, drinking wine, and their dog and their cat's in the background. Their dog or their cat.
It's the tsunami is back. Like, it's just so hard, and like I'm frustrated because
matter of fact, here's another point I'll make, and you guys are gonna understand this when I tell you guys. If you're going through it, why you gotta post this shit on Instagram or TikTok? Why you posting this? Why you gotta tell everybody whatever? I'm not saying men don't do that. I'm not saying men ain't sharing what they going through. We talk about in this channel. That's what this channel is for. But I'm saying women get into it. Like, it's like they want all the pity. All the pities. Give me all the pities.
I, got my whole world got disheveled. And I feel like he has moved on, and he is healed and moved on and doesn't care about me, which I don't want him to come back into my life, but it still just sucks.
Stop. Hold up. Sorry, I cut it off a little early. Let me back that up. Please listen to this part, gents. Hear me and hear me well.
And I feel like he has moved on, and he is healed and moved on and doesn't care about me, which I don't want him to come back into my life.
I don't want him back in my life, but why is he doing okay? Listen to this last part.
But it still just sucks, I can't imagine, thank you guys for sharing stuff, like stories that you've been.
Okay, I don't want to hear all that, okay? Do you hear that? I hope, if you're a woman watching, I hope you really hear this. And listen, she might be feeling it, going through it, but it is hard for us men, especially ones that have been through it. You guys can read the chat. The dudes talk, my gents are talking about what they've been through. How is the three of us that I count so far, after a divorce, we've been homeless? And I can guarantee they can tell you it felt like nobody gave a shit at the time. Tell me if I'm wrong, gents. Tell me if I'm wrong. That nobody gave a crap about you when you was going through your divorce. Friends stopped talking. They either just not talk to y'all at all because they didn't want to seem like they were taking a side, or they just took a side. They just picked a side. And I'm going to tell you, from my experience, I didn't hear from a lot of people when I was going through it. I didn't get a lot of phone calls. Sean, do you need anything? Are you good? Whatever. Nobody called me. Nobody checked up on me. The same friends that were at our house partying was not calling me. This is not to knock those people. But if you are watching, you didn't call me to see how I was doing. It was only like maybe one or two people. And this man, it seems like he is healed and moved on. You chose to leave him. You said you didn't want him no more. You are worse. You modern women are like children that have a toy, and then you don't want to play with that toy no more. So you put the toy down. And then when somebody else pick up the toy and they appreciate it, they appreciate the toy and they treasure it, because to them, this is amazing. And then all of a sudden, why is it that they moved on? I grew up poor. And I can tell you, or I'll say broke. We grew up broke. And I remember the kids that had. And it was almost like they couldn't understand how you could have less than them, but derive more happiness. It's because they put stock on what they had and not who they are, and not true being happy with one's life. And I'm sure this woman was a terrorist in that relationship. She is an emotional, manipulating terrorist. I can guarantee she is. Because who would make the statement, it seems like he's doing okay. I'll play it again for y'all.
And moved on. You know, my whole world got disheveled. And I feel like he has moved on and he is healed and moved on and doesn't care about me, which I don't want him to come back into my life, but
you can't make this shit up. You can't make this up, gents. Make sure I hit that like button, please. You can't make this up. I don't want you back in my life, but I don't want you to be doing better than me. What do y'all got to say on this one, man? Because Woman Project. Sean Hensley, thank you for being in the house, brother. Great seeing you in here. That's all they do. Yeah. Because they are looking for a handout. Right. They don't want to work for it. They just want it. She is a hater. Right. She is hating on that dude. Hating on him. Evil. Just evil, dirty. They don't want to enable laziness in a man. No, a man can never be lazy. Or you're going to get talked about. You're going to get clowned. You ain't a real man. Your manhood comes into question if you're lazy. But we never say nothing about these lazy ass entitled women. The entire female population views men as subhuman. But patriarchy, right? Man, look. I'm not going to say all, but if you want to say collectively, yes, I'll agree on that. It's insane. Let me just fast forward to see if she says something else. At the end, though, I do remember at the end, she's like, oh, I'm fine now, okay? But tell me, she said the truth out loud. You can't tell me this woman is fine, okay? Let's hear the end of what she got to say. I'm going to let this one play out. Let's hear the end of what she got to say, just in case I missed anything, and what she got to say in the next clip.
So, as soon as I'm by myself, or as soon as, I do something or something triggers me, it just all comes flooding back. And like, it's just a lot. Grief sucks. This whole thing sucks so bad. And I'm literally praying and thinking about anybody else going through a divorce. I just wanted to talk about the—
Hold up. Wait. You initiated the divorce. Yes, it sucks for both parties. Whenever you give yourself or combine your life with someone else's and you separate that, even if you're not religious or spiritual or anything like that, look, two become one flesh. And then you separated that. You basically killed half of yourself, whether you loved them or not. Man,
fact that it's okay to sit down and miss the person sometimes, miss the connection you had. I think a lot of the times I try, and I think I'm really strong about what happened to me most of the time. And I think that I haven't cried about my ex in a long time, actually.
It's not to say that y'all not going to get over the dude or whatever, right? Everyone, times heal all wounds. But think about the woman that was in that clip where she had a good man and she wanted the lifestyle and the dude is dead now. What you're learning and what I want you guys to get from this is that it never leaves them. It never completely leaves what they've done. The only ones, you know how women are quick to use the word narcissist and whatever? You got some sociopathic women out there that will destroy a man and it never affects their conscience. One thing I can say about these women that I'm showing you guys that are crying over the dudes that they lost is that means there's a conscience somewhere in there. But when you get these women who don't cry at all, who have no remorse, who takes no accountability of their part in this and their actions, these are narcissistic, sociopathic tendencies. And a lot of modern women today have them.
But today, I just kind of sat down And this is a holiday I probably would have spent with his family too. And it's okay to just like miss what you had sometimes. Like, I know that we try and tell ourselves like, well, you know, they weren't right for us, or maybe they were a bad person, or maybe they did this, or they did this to you. And like, while I think that's true, and like, I think that you can tell yourself that, I mean, that's like, I try and put on this sorry, this is very rambly, but I really did just pick up the camera and start talking.
Man, look, huge as hell in there.
I think what I'm trying to say is that we tell ourselves, or at least I do, if I'm thinking about my ex, I typically am just like, nope, not going to think about him. Like, we're detaching, you know what I mean? And that works the majority of the time. But sometimes you can just sit down and cry. You can sit down and let out your feelings. And I think people who don't ever cry about the things, or people who don't ever let themselves think about it, like, we have to think about it. We have to feel the things. And that doesn't make you weak. Like, being vulnerable does not make you weak.
Okay, she going into some damn, we ain't got to go all that. But I want to see something real quick. All right, look at her face right there. Look at that right there, gents. Did y'all see that? Hold on real quick. Look, just, okay, you see her? Her face is kind of thick. But she didn't put on some weight. You could tell she wasn't a small woman there. But look how puffy she is now. Look at that hand. Look at that paw she got, man. Yeah, man. She making these videos because something ain't right. Her story ain't adding up. I don't want to be with him no more. Just don't be happier than I am. I'm miserable. I divorced you, but because I don't want to be there. I need the lifestyle. I need Chad to come blow my back out. However, you know, I need you to be doing worse than me. Come on, man. Can't make this stuff up. All right, this one here.
Morning.
You guys may have seen this woman. I'm gonna try to skip through some of this as well, because like I said, I want to be here all day. But let's get to this next video. I'm probably gonna run through some of these videos.
You know, you've seen those women out there.
Oh, yeah, let me start from the beginning, because she does say something.
Morning. Do you want to become a miserable old woman? I don't think any of us do. But women, you know, you've seen those women out there. The women that are nattering and nagging their husbands, that are bitchy, that aren't nice, that seem to be so unhappy. And we think, oh God, I hope I'm never one of those miserable old women. And you know how that happens? That happens from raising a family, working, and then all of a sudden we're in our 50s and 60s and we have nothing. We don't have a life. We don't have a life separate from our family or separate from our husband. And so we resent everybody. So you know what you need to do?
You know what you need to do? Y'all need to shut the hell up and figure it out. See, the reason why I wanted to put this part up on there, because I'm not gonna bash this woman, because she does say some stuff later on that lets me know that, listen, she divorced her husband of 30 years. That you got to deal with the consequences of those actions. All right. However, I think at some point she does come to the realization. Part of it. See, they come to their realization, like that woman crying, saying, thinking about her ex, but they don't live in that. They don't live in that world. It's putting on this front for everybody that they just doing so well. And they get mad with us because after we pick up the pieces to our heart and we tuck them, that crap, get back into the gym, put ourselves back out there again. That's why it seems like we move on. Because we got to deal with this crap alone. Ain't nobody going to feel sorry for us. So there's some level of accountability a man has to take sometime in order to push through. At least the good ones. All right. But she said something. And I wanted to highlight this point. This is why this clip made the video tonight. She said, we wind up putting all this time with our spouse, and we don't have a life outside of them. And it's just like, you're married. You chose to get married. Half women pressure men to get married. When you gonna put a ring on this finger? That's what y'all do. Women and society makes a man feel bad if he's with a woman for a length of time and he doesn't put a ring on her finger. You're not a man if you don't make that woman an honest woman. And I would agree normally, but not in 2023 and not in 2022. Hell, I wouldn't even say in the last 20 plus years. Because you all are looking for a life outside of your relationship. I'm not saying that inside of a relationship, ladies, that you shouldn't have a thing that's yours. My last ex, she tended to do the things that I like to do. She would try and do new things because I liked them. And that works to an extent. We had some great times. Like I used to like going golfing. And so she learned how to golf too. And then, I got to teach her and we would, buy some beers for the cart and we had a great time. And then as we got into doing that more, I would even buy her nice little golf outfits. You know what I mean? So she looked good. My woman looked good on the golf course. Bought her matching clubs and stuff like that for her outfits. All right. Or outfits for her club set. So that was fun. But women, you do need to have something outside of what your husband likes. But why do you have to divorce a man to find yourself? If you're with anybody for 5 plus 10 years, you're going to change. It's inevitable. But you guys get so low, you blame us for those changes that are happening inside of you. And then you blame us because you don't know how to deal with your shit. Or you blame us because you never dealt with your shit. You never dealt with your shit outside of us. You would pressure a man to marry you, or you'll let others pressure your man to marry you, and you ain't got your shit together. You ain't dealt with that emotional trauma. And then you tuck it and bury it away. And then some years later, when you're not feeling fulfilled, what do? Oh, he's not the same anymore. He ain't doing this, or he doesn't fulfill me, or I want to feel loved, or I want that exciting love. This is why this shit manifests. My daddy wasn't around. My mama is in competition with me. I love my mama, but you in competition with your mama. All these factors come out into the marriage. You all are ruining marriage. Please forgive us men if we want to play your bullshit games. Because all we don't even get bullshit prizes. We get nothing. Imagine being told, hey, man, work for us for this long, and we're going to hit you up. If you work for this long, you're going to have $250,000. Or imagine you say you work for a company, they tell you they have stock options or a 401k, right? You have been putting your money and investing in this 401k, and then come to find out the company has been misappropriating the 401k. You have no 401k because the way they invested it, you lost everything. Or you invested all this time and thinking you got a pension coming, and they fire you right before. Ladies, this is you. This is what y'all doing to modern relationships today.
Anymore but me. I want.
Hold up.
So you know what you need to do?
What?
You need to get your own life.
Say, okay, yeah, I'm glad that played. Women are giving other women this advice, like, and I think she's going to do it at some point too, but it's like, you just got to go get your own life. If you're not happy, just leave. Shit ain't going your way, just leave. you're going through emotional trauma, blame your husband and then leave. All right? This is y'all. This is what y'all sound like.
Well, I did it. Here I am on my new bed, my princess bed. It's amazing. I feel like a different person already.
Oh my God.
I feel like I can do whatever I want.
I feel like I could do whatever I want. Oh my God.
And I'm not responsible for anybody anymore but me.
Did you hear that, gents? Did you hear that? This is indicative of modern women today. They don't want no responsibility and they don't want no accountability. Let me bring something back up to your attention. Let me bring something back up to your attention that I brought up earlier. Did you hear what she said? I let y'all see all the back end. I'm sorry, I just realized I had the screen still up. Freedom without responsibility and duty to others is not freedom at all, but only leads to chaos and further degradation of the community binding principles that hold us together as a civilized society. This is y'all. With this freedom, without responsibility or accountability. Y'all not being held accountable by anybody. And because of it, society is paying the cost. Your life is in chaos. Society, dating, relationships, marriage, chaos. This is you all. This is you all. You can blame men all you want, but this is y'all.
Hi. I don't know. Things aren't going that great.
Oh, wait. It was just amazing. You had all that freedom.
I just keep thinking about what it used to be like when things were good.
Okay. Now, I don't need to go into that story because she has another story. Check this out. Check this out. I'm going to back it up just so I make sure I don't miss nothing. But you got to hear this next story when she's wearing the blue. Check this out.
My life's going to be like. I can't seem to remember anything bad. I just remember all the good things.
Yeah, but you gave that up. They're at home with their wine and their cats and their dogs.
Anyway, this really lovely woman, I cut her hair and do her highlights, and I do her kids' hair and her husband. And they invited me to dinner tonight. It's Saturday night. And I was getting ready to go, and I bought the kids little gifts. And I just thought, I'm going to go and have dinner with these people and their children instead of being at home with my own.
Right.
And I wonder what I'm doing. It's really not. I don't know what to do. I don't know why I feel like this.
You feel like that. You feel like that because when you went over, to that other family's house, you realize what you did to your own family. Your selfishness, your wanting to be free with no accountability nor responsibility was thrown in your face when you saw the family unit that they had. Listen, we have our own programming. Us as men, we want to be providers. We want to have our own families. Good men, your average dude wants to have a family, is at some point going to want a family. And we provide for that family. But what we need for you all is the support. Women are the builders of communities. You all are the social creatures that build the communities. So when you went over to those people's house and you saw that sense of family, you were supposed to go with your family and build that community bond, that family bond between families. And something's missing because you see what they have is what you had. And you thought it was better. What did she say? Go out, be on your own. This is great. Modern women are going against their own programming. And this is the issue. This is the problem. Let's see what you guys got to say. Build muscle, money, status. Your ex will despise you. They're going to be hating. What happened to me? What happened to you? You did it? Yeah, exactly. I've messed with more than one woman who boasted their ex looks terrible since the breakup. Evil incarnate. Yeah. Maybe it is your fault, lady. Yeah. Her emotions are God. Yeah. A woman's life is her family. Yes. Modern women today are going against that family programming. And y'all don't even know why, ladies. Y'all don't even know why. It's because you all have been manipulated and brainwashed so much by all this BS. You can only listen to this stuff. Like when I get red flags based on what women tell me they watch on TV. I do. Depending on what a woman watches on TV makes me go, ooh, that's a red flag. When women tell me they watch reality TV, I already know. It's already issues. Because you cannot even if you believe, oh, I know it's not real, I just like it. That makes you even worse. You know it's not real, but you just want to watch it for the drama? And then it's just getting programmed in your head. You don't even know. Oh, God, I had this video clip of how you can see a word up on a screen, and then there's this humming in the background, or eventually the dude turns on the humming in the background, and based upon what the word is on the screen, that's what you hear the humming says. And then he changed the word on the screen, and then the humming still sound like the next word. So how you could be manipulated through what you watch and what you hear. You can put low tone frequencies in the stuff such that you get subconsciously manipulated. I know that's kind of conspiracy theory, but it's true. Look it up. A wife's life is her family. Yeah, I got you. She sounds like a child. Absolutely. Reality television is why we have social media, so they can live that false reality until they can make it real. Boom. And that's exactly what I was talking about. Okay. She goes on. I might make just my own separate video with the clips I have, because we've already kind of gone over time for what I want to do tonight. So I have more clips, but what I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to create a video based upon this. I'll try to keep them short. My videos have been a little long lately. I'll try to make it short. And then, but I think we should put a video out about this, gents. Modern women nowadays have their own points of views in their lives when it comes to with women divorcing their husbands. And a lot of them start going into colleges and start being in the work fields nowadays. Yeah, this is what they chose, CB. Right? They chose this, and you gave up one thing for another. And they want what they had with what they've chosen. Okay? They want what they had, but they want it in the means of the way they've chose now. And the problem is, ladies, if you're listening, if you gave up what you had to get this new thing, you don't give up something without it changing to something different and without some type of consequence. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. This is a law of physics and thermodynamics. Okay? This law applies to our lives. You guys gave up the lifestyle that you all had to be able to run and control the home as a housewife. That wasn't good enough. So now you're in this new reality, yet you still want men to treat you like the past while you get to live your life in this new modern society. There is no way you can change from the way you were to this new type of woman and expect men are going to stay exactly where we were. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So now, as you women continue to, we're better than men, I don't need no man, I'm putting down a man. As the society of modern women in modern Western culture continues to develop and permeate the way it is, right? Putting every woman up on a pedestal, there will be an equal and opposite reaction by men. And I think that you all don't want to hear that. You don't want to think that something is going to give if you change. If you want to be a modern woman, then there's something you're going to give up from the traditional that you will never get back. You gave it up. It'll never be back the same. And this goes for gents too. Because these women have made the choice to change and be different, as much as you might want a traditional woman, you can still find one. There's still ways, okay? But even the most traditional women in this country, okay, I won't say the Amish or the the ones who believe in these weird religions, but I'm saying just a kind of traditional woman here in this country, even she still is going to have modern woman tendencies because she can't help it. It's permeating throughout our society. It's not going to change. There's no changing it. Shout out to Alex Bam Bam. Make sure y'all go subscribe to this channel. That brother's out there in Thailand showing us how to do it big. Thailand, all those places he visited, Philippines, Laos, right? Just living his best life. Alex, you missed the conversation, bro, when we were talking about throwing some military aspects in this, how military go through it, how people can relate from our stories to what's going on today. Okay? Just like Eve in the garden. Boom. She should have never eaten the fruit. Right. But why did she do it? I've been thinking about this story too. Actually, I watched the first episode of this on Prime Video. There was this show on TV called Good Omens. And, these two angels that one is a demon or the devil and the other one's like an angel, whatever, a good angel. And they're trying to stop Armageddon. But they talked about the story in the beginning. And I started thinking about this, and I guess I could just tell it before we get to our next segment of the show. But when I really thought about it, and then I know we all heard the story and we all understand this concept, but let me just refresh our memories. Adam was out working, right? Adam was doing his thing, working, when Eve was tempted. And Eve allowed herself to be seduced by someone other than her husband. And because of those actions, she lost everything. And man, Adam, lost everything when he allowed himself to succumb to the will of his woman, when he followed what Eve wanted and not what was righteous or good. That's when a man is lost. I don't know if y'all just heard what I said. I don't know if y'all understand what I just told y'all and how powerful that is. I don't know if y'all understand. I don't think y'all get it. Adam was the first simp. He was. You are not operating as a man in your purpose when you allow a woman to dictate said purpose. And that is what Adam did when he accepted that forbidden fruit. He knew it wasn't right, yet he let the woman seduce him into that decision. Adam got off track when he didn't follow his purpose. Eve got off track on her purpose when she listened to someone other than her man. I don't think y'all hear me on this one. I don't think y'all hear me. Now, her desire is for control over her husband. You're right. Good morning, bro. Yep. Adam was the first simp. Again, go subscribe to Alex Bam Bam's channel. I know you're going to love it. Everybody does. Okay. So, we need to run through this real quick. So, the next portion of this is the comments of the day. This is where I pick a few comments from the week before, and I read them here on this channel. So, if you want to get seen on comments of the day, you got to leave a comment. You got to contribute to the channel. You got to watch these videos, okay? So, let's get to the comments of the day, shall we? Now, this one I'm going to read. Look, man, I've put out a few videos in the past couple weeks, 2-3 weeks. Some that I thought were going to do extremely well, man, and they didn't. And I've told you guys, my gents, I said, man, look, y'all don't know how much thought and time I put in these videos. Maybe I don't explain this stuff as eloquently as you guys like, but I do put in time. That's why my last 2 videos they're pretty long. I'm not going to lie. I think one is 17 minutes and the other one's 14 minutes. It's unfortunate, but I made a video. My last video that I made was for men, to show men that other men are going through what you're going through. And I said, man, I'm always talking about modern women. Let's talk about what these dudes are feeling and going through, man. And I thought I would get more love and support on that video. And I got some. But that's the kind of shit that make you want to quit some days. Every time I try to put out a video that I think is going to help men, talking about potential laws changing, talking about showing a happy couple, or, I try to do some positive stuff on this channel, and it don't get no love. And that make you want to quit, man. That's the kind of stuff that be like, what am I doing? But today's comment, or this first comment, kind of made me feel good about it. This is from Project 936. I want to express my admiration for the excellent work you're doing with your YouTube videos. Your channel, which I came across this week, has quickly become a source of inspiration for me. Your videos are not only entertaining, but are also educational and thought-provoking. I eagerly await each new upload and look forward to exploring more of your captivating content. Have a fantastic week, and please continue to share your passion with the world. Bruh, Bruh, that couldn't have came at a better time, bro. To hear somebody appreciate what I'm trying to do, man. You know, somebody told me like, oh, you're trying to be like Kevin Samuels. No, I'm trying to be Sean, man. I'm trying to be Sean. You know? I've been through everything, y'all. So I'm not just one of these people who come up here and say a few words and, you know, and then they channel blow up the next day. Thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of views. I'm not that channel. Obviously, I'm not, because I don't get that type of love. But man, if I've been through so much, name it, I've probably been through it and probably done it. Okay? So I try to give that wealth of experience back through this content. And if you don't watch to the end of the videos, you miss out on the story I'm trying to tell. I may not tell the story, but I use the clips to tell the story. That's why my last 2 videos were longer than normal, because both of them I was trying to tell a story. Whether you get it or not, that ain't my problem. But I did put out the message. So when I get a comment like this makes me continue on. This makes me feel good. Even coming here for these live streams with my gents makes me feel good about what I'm doing. The only reason I do these live streams is for the gents. Even if it was just one in here, I would still do this. This is from, this is the one that this was the video where it was for men, talking about men's issues, what men are feeling. Here's the comment. This is painful. I felt like this most of my life. There was a clip in the video where men talked about their struggles, their dating struggles, their struggles. And I thought I wanted to put that in there. And I said a lot of men do. That's why I was determined to make this video so that we could discuss it. And then you have Dre Day 3113. I'm definitely sick of the BS. And again, a lot of men are. What's the next one? Where are we at? Now, this is the other video I made where I said modern women have created a dating crisis. And so I tried to tell a story with the clips. I also tried to tell you in the video to show how the dating crisis, how they created a dating crisis with their behavior, with their attitude, with their mindset, with their thinking. This is from CB. He says, man, that's the reason why men, especially some Western American men, be going into MGTOW nowadays and thought about wanting to become single throughout their lives in America and thought about traveling to different countries. That is not a part of the Western Hemisphere. Hell no. Or modern Western cultures, let's put it that way. And not want to deal with modern women in the West anymore. That's my opinion. That's exactly it, CB. Nobody wants to deal with that, man. Dudes are just, they don't see no benefit in it, man. You know? I blame the blue hair, TSG. You know, when I created that thumbnail, it's for 2 reasons. That woman with the blue hair, she's obviously in a video later on in the video. And she talks about all the things she done, but she ain't got no ring on her finger. Where the reason why she don't have a ring on her finger is apparent with the blue damn hair. But I wanted to contrast where the first woman on the left, this is why I made this thumbnail. This is the way I be thinking on my thumbnails, so y'all can get an insight the way I think. Both of these are video clips in the video, so I don't want to clickbait you. What you see is what's going to be in the video, okay? The woman to the left, she's talking about how she got a friend who want men to act traditional, but her friend herself don't want to be traditional. This is what she's talking about. So I contrast this woman who said that she wants a traditional man, so she knows that she has to be traditional. And I contrasted her with the woman with the blue hair who says she does everything traditional, but the exterior and the package and the way she talks isn't traditional. So if the blue hair repel people, I get it, but it sticks out as a thumbnail. And there was actually a purpose, a deeper thought behind why I use these two women on the thumbnail. This is the way I think when I make my videos. These are the way I think when I do these thumbnails. But it's a work of art. It's a work in progress. I put it that way. Women are going to follow someone or something. Absolutely. All right, next one. Oh, this was the one where I said every modern woman is like this, delusional, and then I kind of made the case showing the behaviors. If you notice, all of my videos have been following a certain pattern lately. I like to go in patterns with my videos. Steel Saint, this is from you. That 300K. So there was two women that was in this video, and the dude asked them, how much does a dude have to make to get with them? And the first one, little shorty, she was like, oh, he got to make 300K. And then the second one was like 600. No, she said 6. He said 6,000. 6,000. She's like, no, 600,000. And then you should have seen these women in that video. Hood rat chicks telling you got to make over $250,000, over $500,000. Hood rats was low-key squabble. The one on the left doubled what the first girl said because she thinks herself to be twice as valuable as the other girl. Good point. Notice none of those women are thinking about securing enough money to raise children with a man, start or maintain a family, or to do anything other than spend it on themselves. Yes, those women in that video, the one on the right, she told you at the end, you got to make enough money so that we can go on dates 8, 9, 10 nights a week. Oh, and then she finished off still with saying that you got to be able to go out every weekend. Is that the mindset of a woman that you're going to make your wife one day, or at least be the person you're going to settle down with or be your partner? Hell no, man. The only thing you could be thinking with a woman with that mentality is she's for the streets. I almost don't even feel sorry for any men that just look at them as just a jump off, because that's what they portray. Insane. Thank you for your comment. Same video. This is from King. King said, I explained to this to a younger mid-30s guy yesterday while we were talking about marriage, divorce, family, etc. Men are geared towards pleasing and really disregarding our individual happiness. Right. Because once we start working, we will just grind it out. Now, to our problem with that when we do that, King and everybody listening, is sometimes that we get so into our job, so much trying to grind for our family, that we lose sight about what our wives, how they feel and what they're doing. And that's something that we as men have to work on. It's not to say you got to cater to all her needs, but you do have to be attentive to them. And giving her everything she wants isn't necessarily the right answer either, but she is a person, she has feelings, and we do have to at least be cognizant of those feelings and the motives behind those feelings. All right. If someone or everyone is happy, then we're good. So this is the sacrifice men make. It makes us feel good as men when we can do and provide for our woman, when she can feel safe around us, when she respects us. And it feels good when that woman is giving us that reverence and that attention. She's looking after our needs. But modern women today don't want to do that. So no man really feels good about what he's getting, unless he's just getting, it's just like, hey, I got me some. I got somebody, I ain't lonely. That's just settling, man. Women all the time talk about how they settle for us, how they ain't going to settle for no dudes. Y'all shouldn't settle for those type of women at all. King says, but that wasn't enough for women. Their loyalty runs out when having everything that they want isn't possible. I can't say that this is the happiest that I've ever been, but I can say this is the most money I've ever saved. I actually am able to create plans, goals, and bucket lists that I like and check off every last thing and enjoy it. And this is what we talked about with the woman who separated from or who divorced her husband and she was homeless. She was talking about what can I do to get out this predicament? And you guys said in the chat about having a plan. And this is what we do as men. This is the reason why it seems like we get past the shit. It seems like we get past it because we ain't got time to sit around and cry and get sympathy from people. We men, we got to get out there and we work. We got to get out there and do it. Okay? That's our lot in life. Unfortunately. That was the last comment. So I'm bringing myself back up on screen. All right, last section of the day, we're going to get up out of here. Last portion of the day is where we do, actually, not last part, we got to do question of the day after this, but memes of the day. I'm going to run through these pretty quickly. Some of these actually going to relate pretty well to what we talked about today and the overall point of today's video. So, and some of these are just funny. I'm not going to lie. When I do the memes of the day, this be the crap that I see through the week, man. And sometimes I just... Now, this is a woman on X, formerly known as TikTok, the site formerly known as TikTok. I mean, not TikTok, Twitter. This woman says, should I delete this baby or pay my car note? This is really a post from X, man. Like a woman did not have shame in posting this. 1.9 million views. Jesus. And I get it. Things are expensive. But I mean, just think about this mindset. Women are doing well, huh? Bruh. Oh my God, bro. Bro, the internet is undefeated, bro. Seriously, bro, the internet is undefeated, bro. You know what's even more messed up about this picture? Jada got the whole alopecia thing going on, man, and they got her. Oh my God, bro. Jada was always a thug, bro. She always responded. I mean, it's no different than every other modern woman, but Jada had the good dude, and then all she could think about is the thug she lost. But I started thinking about it, man. Like, she talked about that's her soulmate, and Pac could have got with her, and then he ended up with another girl. So obviously, Pac didn't want to talk to her flat booty, no chest tail. Something was off, man. Look, a dude could bond with a woman but not think that's the woman he want to settle with. Pac knew something long before Will did, which is crazy. Let me see what y'all say about that. Rando laughed about it. Jada is ruthless. Yeah, she is. Bro, the internet is undefeated, bro. Y'all seen that video where Jada was saying what she had to say and the people put pinky behind her head? She said something and it was like, say it again, I dare you. Man, like, bro, that editing is crazy, bro. Some crazy editing on there, bro. I don't even think she really liked him like that. She just romanticized about her emotions. Yeah, that might be true too. 99-year-old man divorces his 96-year-old after 77 years of marriage after he found out she cheated on him 60 years ago. If y'all don't think, if this is real, if y'all don't think, if this is true, if y'all don't think fidelity and body count matters to a man, if this is true, this is proof of it right here and there. I'm telling you. Son. All right, I put this one in there because this is Yeah, what'd you say? He has good principles. Yeah. Him, man, that's crazy, right? Now, this woman says, since he won't leave me alone and somehow still keeping tabs on me, even though he's blocked, here's a picture of time I came home after we separated and him pretending to be deleted. Now, leave me the F alone before I tell the rest of the story and post the videos. Oh, man, post the videos. You already know, man. Matter of fact, that looked like he wearing them little roll-up shirts, man. She about to post all his. He taking it all, bro. He taking all her play toys, bro. But I put this in here because this is what bitches do, man. Excuse me. I don't have the monetization turned on. I ain't making no money off this video. Okay. If y'all want to contribute. Cash App, Super Chat, all that. If you don't, just watch the video and like it. But I'm already demonetized. I already said enough, okay? The reason why I put this one in here is because this is what women do. You on the ground playing games. You a grown-ass man laying on the ground trying to win a woman back. This is sad, man. This is simping. This is a form of simping right here. And you know who would be doing this? It be them hobosexuals. Y'all know what that is? Them dudes that sleep on a woman couch and rely on them to do everything. I'm not talking about I'm not talking about the dudes. What do you call dudes that have an older woman? Have an older woman taking care of them. That's respect to my G. But you don't act like this. Come on, man. Get off the ground. Pull that shirt down. I already read this for you guys earlier. All right, this came out. This list came out. Is that one of her girlfriends dressed like a dude? No, that's a dude laying on the ground with a damn halter top on. That almost looked like a female. That's my point. If she said, don't let me post these videos, I'm saying that dude probably, let's put it this way. That might be a black dude from Atlanta. Let's put it that way, okay? That might be a black dude from Atlanta. Got him a girlfriend, but also got him a boyfriend, okay? Now, women made a list, okay? A list, if you will. Here is a list of the places women absolutely refuse to go on first date. And thank you to the ladies who reached out to help me on this list. Now, I'm going to run through these real quick. They say that you can't take them on a first date to the Cheesecake Factory, Applebee's, Chili's, Chipotle, Olive Garden, the movie, your house, any fast food chain, Buffalo Wild Wings, Wingstop, Red Lobster, a buffet, IHOP, Denny's, the gym, church. You can't even take her to church on a first date? Jesus. I mean, not that I would do that. Starbucks, coffee dates, ice cream dates, family functions, movie night, somewhere that requires a long drive, bowling, nightclubs, hookah bar, a bar just for drinks, Waffle House, sport events. They made this list. So really, this list basically eliminates every place but 5-star restaurants. That's essentially what they made this list for. Women help to make this list. Women don't want no ice cream dates and no coffee dates on a first date. No, how dare you try to get to know them, or they get to try to know you because they don't give a damn about knowing you. All right, so men made a list. Check this out. Group of men made a list of the kinds of women you should never take on a date. I love this list. This is who you should never take on a date. Single mothers, women with tattoos, women who dress like this in public, workers, OnlyFans girls, mattress actresses, strippers, call girls, escorts, Instagram models, bottle girls, women with an IG page, women with 9 ear piercings, women with purple hair, or any other unnatural color, like a blue-haired girl on a thumbnail. Women with 3 or 4 friends, models who market to men, women who travel regularly, women who drink liquor regularly, women with weak absentee fathers, women who live alone, women with party voice. Party voice, oh my God. Women on dating apps, women who have been on Fresh and Fit. Oh my God. Women with list, women who have been engaged, divorcees, American Black women. Oh my God, somebody went there. Women raised in the West. Bruh, this pretty much eliminates most women. I guess they're going to stay home tonight, right? Since when do women not break rules for the men they want? Boom, right there. Still Saint said it. If they really like you, they'll break those rules. Still Saint says, I noticed that library is not on the women's list. Nope. Guess they can go to the library now, bro. Yeah, let's go back to that women's list real quick. Let me go back. Let me look down this list real quick. Hey, library wasn't on. You can go to the library. I don't know where one is, but you can go to the library. But this men's list pretty much excludes most women. This list excludes damn near every modern woman. Well, who are you going to sleep with then? I guess not. All right, let's see what the next one is. Bro, this is too funny. Check this out. The minimum a ninja should send for the following. Breakfast, $50. Lunch, $80. Gas, $100. $100 for gas, Jesus. Brunch, $150. Dinner, $200. Nails and makeup. So you got to pay for her to do something that she was going to get done anyway? Hear me out. You stanky wenches, all right? You up here, you got to pay for my hair, my nails, my wig. What, the wig installed $400, the outfit $300? You got to pay, we got to pay for something that you would have anyway so you can attract your next sucker, person. You was going to have that anyway. So why should we have to pay for something you got to get anyway? I thought y'all was independent and y'all didn't need no man. I thought women were doing better than men. How are y'all doing better but always need some shit? How are you doing better and always got your hand out? How are you better and you begging a dude to do something for you? I thought y'all didn't need a man. Oh, you want a man to do that? Oh, really? Huh. See what I mean? What's good for me isn't good for thee. Bruh. Oh, I already read that. $400 for wigs. Yeah. See, this is unrealistic right here. Online panhandling. Bro, they telling you, when someone tells you who they are, believe it. If these women panhandling, a woman that panhandles for money, well, you already know what she is. Laugh my butt off. Jada is like the next Tupac to me now. We'll never be able to look at Jada the same after that picture. Seriously. And pay for her to attract another man? Boom. That's the other thing. So why is a man going to pay for you to get all this stuff and you talking to 5 other dudes? Make that make sense. Pay for it so you can look good for another dude that you're going to allow, that you like, and he ain't got to pay for nothing because the sucker didn't pay for it. Man, you girls are out of your goddamn mind, man. They pay more for their appearance than her food. You notice that? You notice that. But I'm glad that, look, I'm not going to say I'm glad, but if I had to choose, would you really want this to be low and that food to be real, real high? Because these heifers nowadays, that food bill is real high. She probably a biggin. I mean, she probably eating up the whole joint. You see what I'm saying? I mean, well, I guess dinner is $200. That's a lot of oysters. That's a lot of oysters to be sucking on. 5 trays of oysters and 2 platters. These women is just tripping out here. No child care up there either. Look, they have no sense of purpose. All right. It's crazy. Oh, $40 is never acceptable ever in life. These women tripping. But see how transactional this all is? See how everything with these women are transactional? If you are a good woman and you watching this is what we see. You all make this all about money. I'd rather be alone. What about you guys? I'd rather be alone. My life is cool. I'm going to get off of this thing. I'm going to get off of this live stream here in a little bit. We're going to finish up. I'm going to make me a shrimp po' boy, right? I'm going to fry me up some shrimp. I don't have French bread, but I got the best bread I can find for it. I'm going to dress it up, cut up some tomatoes, put on that thing, some hot sauce. I'm going to make me a big cup of this fake Kool-Aid. It ain't real Kool-Aid. It's water with like light water flavoring in it, or flavored water. And I'm going to sit on the couch and I'm going to watch the highlights from all the games the NBA games, because the NBA season started. Okay? There you go. And guess what? Ain't nobody going to nag me about it. I ain't got nobody to answer to. It's a damn good feeling. I do not feel lonely or alone. I don't give a crap. Hell, I feel so good, I might play a video game or something. I ain't played a video game in forever. Just turn it on because I can. I might just turn it on because I can. This is a new one I just added. Denise Richards, man. This chick used to be so pretty back in the day. Oh, she don't look too bad. Computer. How old is Denise Richards? Denise Richards is 52 years old. God damn. Denise Richards, 52 years old. Jesus. That is insane. She's doing an OnlyFans collab with her 19-year-old daughter. You know what? That's what they want to do. I mean, everything's about OnlyFans. Everything's about trying to make money the easiest way possible to sell, hex sells, right? Hex sells. I don't really care. That's their life. But she does fall on that list. Remember that list? Denise Richards and her daughter fall on this list. Actually, group of men made a list of the kinds of women you should never take on a date. Number 4, hex workers, OnlyFans girls, mattress actresses, strippers, call girls, escort, Instagram models, bottle girls, etc. There you go. They fall on there. All right, I believe this is the last one. This dude is going to spill the tea on this one. Check this out. I had a work wife that was taken, and I didn't even know it. She never mentioned the guy. I end up seeing him one night because she had car trouble. We were all sitting in the break area waiting to clock out, and he pulls, I'm assuming he pulls up, and she glances at me, then left. It killed me on the inside. So this dude at the job, this is why you don't eat where you don't eat where you crap at, or you don't crap where you eat at. Okay? He had a work wife and she was taken. Man, you shouldn't be doing that, bro. Holler at somebody at your job, bro. That's the quickest way to ruin your job. You're going to lose your job over a woman. Craziness, bro. Y'all don't be making no sense, bro. I bet he was hurt, though. All right, where we at? Nails outfit wig is more than all food. I read that. Let's get the alcohol wipes out. Then we can all see how she really looks. Fair enough on that one. Wow. Yeah. All right, gents. Thank you, Rando, for being here. Still, thank you for being here. Oh, did I miss something? Never understood why people mess around on the job. Me neither. Still, Rando, thank you for being here. Who else we had up in here? Give me a second. CB, thank you. Who else do we have up in here? Skyview, thank you. Sean Hensley, thank you for coming through here. Alex Bam Bam, make sure y'all go check out his channel. Subscribe to his channel. He has a live stream usually on in the mornings on Sundays. Or is it Saturdays? I get all my days confused there, Alex. Sorry about that. Shout out to CB Passport Strengthen. Appreciate you, brother. Who else did we have up in here tonight? I don't want to miss anybody. Pan Afro, thank you for coming through, brother. Appreciate you. Who else that we have up in here? Shout out to 47. I missed you, but I got that laugh out loud. Thank you for coming through tonight. Appreciate you. XL Pro, thank you very much for coming through. I know I'm missing some people. I know I'm missing them. I don't like when I miss folk. Shout out to Speak Spanish Now. Check out my brother O if you want to learn Spanish. You're interested in learning Spanish in an easy, fun way. Go check out Speak Spanish Now. Subscribe to that channel. Okay. Oh, there it is. Shout out to Juju. There you go. Thank you for coming through, brother. Appreciate you. Who else we had up in here? Did I miss anybody? If I missed you, I apologize, but thank you to everybody coming here. Thank you all for supporting the channel. Make sure you guys check out the videos I put out on Monday and Tuesday. They are a little bit on the longer side, but they're stories that I believe need to get told. Please go support the channel. Even if you're not going to Cash App, support whatever like that, go watch the videos. Watch them all the way through. And if you really want to support, watch the next video after it. You ain't got to watch 3 videos in a row, but if you watch 2 videos in a row, that's like sending me $2 to $5 right there. Because y'all help push. If every one of my subscribers that watch my videos watch 2 videos in a row, every one of my videos would go viral. Every one of them. You guys would push me out in the algorithm. Seriously. So if you're not going, So question of the day before we get up out of here. Do you have an issue with a woman wanting a divorce? If yes, what problem do you have with it? Take it to the comment section below. Now, I'm going to answer this question. I don't have a problem with a woman getting a divorce. Because in some cases, I understand it. I don't think it's the problem with women getting a divorce. Okay? The problem is women get divorces and then complain that they got the divorce, or their life or their actions isn't working like they expected it to. And then they got to post about the crap. Oh, like everybody tonight, like these women that was on here tonight. I don't have a problem with you getting a divorce. Move the hell on. And stop committing the crap, or stop pressuring. And the thing I have about divorce is not the divorce itself. It's women will pressure you into these long-term relationships, into these marriages. All of them pressure in a marriage, but then 80% of them like, you know what? Nah, I'm good. Because the truth of the matter is you never wanted the relationship. You wanted the wedding. You wanted to be able to say you were a wife for a little bit of time. But when life got real with your ass, you couldn't handle it. Because why would you want to get married if you ain't got your shit together? Your husband's job isn't to get your shit together. It's your job to get your shit together. Very irresponsible. I have no issue with her getting divorced. I have a problem when a man suffers because of no wrongdoing. And that's the other thing. Okay, you don't want to be married. Fine. Then you shouldn't want a dime for that dude. You shouldn't take a dime from a dude if you initiate the divorce. You shouldn't. You should let that man be a father to his kid. You should. You should be going above and beyond to make sure that dude has access to his kid. You should. This is the problem I have with divorce. It's not the act itself. Some things just don't work out. Some women need to leave certain men. I get it. But then when you pull the string a little bit, you realize some people's reason for getting married is stupid in the first place. If you're getting married just to put on a dress and a ring and to walk down the aisle, if that's the only reason you're doing it, so you can say you're a wife, just so you can get married and have kids and then leave them after that, and you're going to leave the kids in a worse situation than if you just didn't have them, you're part of the problem. You're the reason why I have a problem with divorce. That's me telling y'all on the channel. Okay? Let me know what you think about that. To the answer to the question today down in the comments below, and I'll come down there and join you. All right? Thank you to all my guests for being here. Again, Again, I also have a new merch design out. Before we get out of here, just bear with me. Let me find that new merch design that I put. You guys may have seen it in my last video. Nope, not that one. Where did I put it at? Huh. Oh, I know where I put it. I got all these folders. I'm sorry. Hold up. This is this ain't the shirt, but this is the design of the t-shirt that or the merchandise that I have, right? So this is I think mine comes sometime next week. And so you'll see me wearing my shirt. Use code NO304 to get 10% off your purchase. The link will be down in the descriptions of my videos in the comment section. But I did have a picture. I had a picture of what the shirt looked like. But anyway, I got 2 t-shirts, 2 merch shirts coming for myself. You'll see me start wearing them on my videos and stuff like that. Where the heck did I put? I have shots of my merch, and I don't know where I put it. I'm sorry, you guys. Give me 1 second. I literally took screenshots of this, and I put it in a video. I just don't know which video. Huh. I'm so normally organized. Let me show y'all something real quick. I'm going to share with y'all the back end of my empire here. Check this out. I organize everything by dates, by folders, right? The titles on these folders don't necessarily represent the titles that end up on the video. But just so y'all know, I am very organized by date. And the fact that I can't find this is driving me absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Because I don't know where I put it. God dang it. Yep, I don't know which video I put it in. Huh. Anyway, just the link to the shirts, not necessarily this video here, because I don't know how that's going to work out. But if you go watch my last video down in the description section, and I think I've been putting it down in the comment section, just click on it. Check out the merch that I got, No304. And then I got a couple of the designs I'm making. It's getting colder. You can get you a sweatshirt. You can get you a hoodie, all that stuff, right? Jacket, all that stuff. But you're going to see me rocking the shirt probably about, if not next week, the week after. And then sometime in November, I'm actually going to be heading to my mom's. So all of the streaming and everything I do is going to be made from my mom's house. So I'm probably going to stay there for about a good 3 weeks to a month. I don't know how long. Whenever I feel like coming back to Vegas, I'll eventually come back. Oh, that's the beauty about living my life, you guys. I can buy a ticket and just stay where I'm at till I feel like not being there no more. It's a great feeling. Because the only thing I have obligation to is myself. So beautiful. It's a beautiful life. Why wouldn't anybody want to live this life? Why would anybody want to put up a contentious woman? There ain't no reason to. Did I read this already? Yep. All right. Anyway, I'm going to get up out of here. Thank you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here. We'll be back next week. I don't know if I have a video out tomorrow, but if I don't, I'm going to definitely try to have one out by Friday. Okay, gents. Gents. Until next time, live your best life.